I just got pretty drunk, and that's when, so there's only one dancer. There's this one Cuban woman, and there's another one just, like, on her fucking phone, texting, blah, 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 waited for my drunk ass to get drunk. Sat next to me, and they both suggested we get a dual lap dance, me and the band kid. And, she's like, oh, come. And I'm like, nah, I'm okay. Not right now. I'm not. And she's like, come. She's like grabbing my arm, and I was like, fuck it. Whatever, dude. Like, I just, got pressured into it because, I was drinking, and I was like, fuck it. So the band kid was sitting next to me. It wasn't really, like, awkward at all. He was, like, sitting next to me, getting his lap dance from, like, one of the women. And then, it's so brutal. I'm not even gonna, oh my God, it's actually so bad. So, like I was saying, I feel like the people there, like, you can't trust them. They're bullshitting, they're lying to you. And this woman lied about her age. Like, she told me she was 27. It was actually kind of believable, though, which is the weird part. And then finally, after she gives me the lap dance, which, I mean, that shit was brutal in itself because, I had whiskey dick and I couldn't, they couldn't get up all the way. And she grabbed my pants, and because, they speak Spanish, they're Cuban, and she, looked at her friend and grabbed it and just started laughing and saying something in Spanish. I don't know what the hell she was saying. But, I mean, like, I'm not packing, either way, and it just made it even more brutal. And I'm like, oh shit, it was just like, so I don't know, it was just brutal as fuck. And afterwards, she just sat down next to me. That's when she told me she was 39 years old, and she has and get this shit, she's got a 22-year-old son. Hang on one sec. Let's give a Lord's Prayer real quick. Hold on for this kid. Dear Saint Hamoudi, please help this kid out and guide his hairline in the right direction so it doesn't fly off of his head from the stress. And hopefully he doesn't get brutally bullied the rest of his life because his mom is a stripper. And may you feed all the starving children with the slop. Amen. All right, so either way, a year younger than me, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And I noticed she had a wedding ring, and I pointed to it. I'm like, what's that? Like, what the fuck is that? She was like, oh, I'm married. And I was like, what are you doing here? And she goes, oh, I'm faithful, don't worry, I'm working. And I shit you not, like, in the same fucking sentence, like, practically, like, 5 seconds later, she goes, I want to fuck your friend. And I was like, oh my God, dude, it's over for your husband and your son. Like, that's just, it was just so, I don't know why it, like, depressed me so bad. I'm like, this is just, like, so brutal. And, that was that. We're just chilling there for a while. And that's when, the Dominican stripper, the one that, I talked about, I don't know, a couple videos ago, which, this is where I'm slipping, which I'm beyond slipping. Trust me, it gets worse. It does. But yeah, this is where I screwed up pretty bad. She grew on me, of course, I was trying to think too, like, who does she look like? She kind of looks like Cardi B. I was thinking, I'm like, damn, like, what? Who could I, like, compare her to? She kind of looks like a Cardi B clone. And I wouldn't doubt that she would do exactly what Cardi B did. If you don't know, Cardi B is a rapper, female rapper. She used to be a dancer, and she used to rob men. She seems like the type of person to do that. I couldn't have, like, screwed up this bad, too. It just, oh my God. I basically can't get a lap dance from any of the other strippers. I poisoned the well horribly. She literally, guys, I guess she, like, knew. I don't remember how she knew, but she did. And, she pulled me in the back, and she's like, who'd you get a lap dance from? I'm like, nobody. And, she grabbed my meat. She twisted. Guys, I heard it. It hurt so bad. Not hurted. What the fuck? It hurt so bad. Like, she twisted it. Oh, my God, it hurt. And I'm like, nobody. And she's like, if you're lying to me, she was like, gonna go and find out and, like, ask people. She's like, if you're lying to me, I'm gonna come back and rip your fucking head off. And I was like, oh, shit. It's just so over. I screwed up so badly. She's like, I'm going to rip your fucking head off. And, cut your dick off with scissors. And I was like, oh shit. And she's like, oh, you're my strip club boyfriend. She kept saying that. I'm like, no, you're not. And then she got all mad. She's like, yes, you are. And I told Wingman this shit, and he's like, dude, like, she's so gross, dude. Like, cause he knows, he goes there a lot too. If he's not like, you know, in his frat, like, he goes there a lot, and he knows who she is. And he's like, dude, you fucked up terribly. It's over. It's like, it's actually over for you. And it gets worse. It does. Because, you know, Friday was the day that I had my first kiss. Yep. So basically Friday, right? So I was gonna go to the strip club with the band kid and this other kid from my high school. He's some Russian kid, and he wanted to get fucking plastered, like really, really drunk. And I guess, I don't know, I kind of forget that people, they don't and they can't drink like me. So he ended up just, I don't know what the fuck. He only had like a couple shots, and he got like so drunk, like so quick, because I guess he drank so fast. But I did too. I don't know. And I finished the whole bottle. Guys, we had to stop at 3 liquor stores because I didn't think that, I'd have enough, for myself. And I mean, still I drank it all. So I guess it worked out. Didn't leave anything behind. But, he started throwing up, and like he got like so fucked up he like couldn't even walk, and he's like, yeah, I gotta go home. He didn't even make it there. And the Russian kid, he's never been to a strip club before, and I was like, fuck it, let's go. And I don't really remember much. I was in a complete blackout. Like, I don't think I've ever been this drunk in my fucking life, guys. Like, I really don't. Like, I seriously don't. And the crazy part about it is that, I woke up the next day still drunk. Like, I was still drunk for like pretty much the whole entire day. Like, it just didn't wear off. And I also pissed my bed. I thought that was fucking hilarious, by the way. I don't know. I don't know why I thought that shit was so funny. But I don't know. It didn't wear off for a long time. And, either way, I don't really remember much. I remember, the Dominican, the Cardi B clone, the one that's, grew on me. She just, sits on my lap the whole fucking night and just talking about God knows what. Cause like I said, that's like the only night I really don't remember, except I remember, she gave me a lap dance, and I remember saying, kiss me. And she did. But it was only like I barely fucking remember it. It was like a peck kiss. Like, it was just like a quick one. And I remember saying too, I was like, what the fuck was that? And then, like, give me another one. And she did. I don't know, just like 2 quick kisses. And while I was like black, I probably smelled like absolute fucking donkey slug shit, guys. Like, I don't know what the fuck. But I do remember too, she always wants me to go to that fucking VIP room for $300, and she always says, I want to get nasty with you. I want to get nasty with you, Poppy. I want to get nasty. And I went to the ATM, because guys, I was so fucking drunk. It sounded like the best idea. Honestly, so basically, yeah, my card declined. Both my cards declined because I'm poor. Thank God. I feel like that's a fucking miracle. I actually think that's a fucking miracle, because God knows what would have happened. Yeah, my card declined, thank God. And then I remember, like, at the ATM, like, I kept like stumbling, and she kept having to like like just hold me, because I just couldn't stand, and then I think one of the bouncers was like, you're too drunk, you should go. And I was like, okay. And, I remember like stumbling out, and they were like, whoa, buddy, whoa, you're good. And they were like so worried about me driving, and keep in mind, the Russian kid, he only got 1 lap dance and left. And he was just in the parking lot smoking weed, like, for maybe like an hour or 2, however long I was in there for. And yeah, I just couldn't walk, and I remember one of the bouncers was like, oh, you're not driving. Yeah, I got in his car, and he followed me to the car, and he's like, okay, good, I didn't want him to drive, thank you for, he's really drunk. And then yeah, came home. God, that's just, I don't know, man. I feel like my car declining was a fucking blessing in disguise, a little bit. Because it's like, when you get on the level of whatever, I mean, I tried Googling it, like, you type in, like, the amount of drinks and shit and your body weight to see, like, what your blood alcohol levels are. It said it was supposed to be, like, a 0.72, but I call fucking bullshit on that. But, I mean, I don't know. I typed it in, it said that's what my blood alcohol level should have been. But there's no way. Like, I don't know, I'd probably be dead, I don't know. But when you get on a level that, you're that drunk, you think everything's such a good idea. But yeah, I had my first kiss to a stripper, a Cardi B clone, the Dominican one. And she kind of underestimates the Blackout too. I mean, she doxed her Instagram, like, thinking I wouldn't fucking notice it. Like, she was trying to, like, hide her phone, and I was, like, so drunk. And I think it was that night too. I kept telling myself to not forget the @ and yeah, I don't know, I just found a bunch of shit, like, about her, and yeah. But the next day, it was so funny, because the next day I told her, I'm like, because right after that fucking shit, I went back again right after that, and of course I didn't get too drunk, because I just couldn't, I was like a tiny bit nauseous, surprisingly. I don't even know, like, I don't know, I didn't throw up, I didn't have a headache, I just literally woke up drunk still with a soaked bed. I was like, oh shit, man, and just, like, went about the day. But yeah, went again, and I remember saying, I'm like, do you remember how fucking drunk I was? Oh, and that's another thing. One of the strippers came up to me, and she said, like, were you on fentanyl or something last night? And I was like, what? She was like, she said you were lit. That's so cringe, the term lit. She's like, you were lit. You were so lit last night. He's like, what were you on? Were you on, like, fentanyl or something? I'm like, no, I was just drunk. But the Cardi B clone, the Dominican stripper, was like, I didn't think you were drunk. You were drunk, really? And I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, I don't know, man. That was just weird. I don't know. I can't believe, and I barely remember it too, I had my first kiss to a stripper. Hopefully I don't have, like, herpes or something. Kind of reminds me of that South Park episode where Kenny, like, I might use that as the thumbnail, where he gets herpes, and, like, Cartman tells him he's gonna die from it or something, and then, like, he ends up dying. Cause, like, he's like, oh, a girl's mouth is filthy, and then, like, he dies from it. And that's, like, supposed to be the whole joke. But yeah, I don't know. I just remember the next day, like, her friend, which her too, she lied about her name twice. I found her fucking Instagram too, and even yesterday I remember telling the Dominican stripper, I'm like, I told her friend's real name, and she's like, how the fuck do you know that? She's like, who told you that? She kind of got, like, freaked out over it, and I'm like, I just know things. Like, I just know things. And I don't know, she finally told me her real name, which, I mean, it was in her Instagram. It just seemed like a fake. She did the same shit. She told me 2 fake names before she told me her real name. I was like, why do you do that? And she's like, there's lots of creepy Indian men here. And that's actually what came out of her fucking mouth. And I was like, dude, that's fucking brutal. And she's like, that's why I don't, give out my name. She's like, don't tell anybody. I was like, all right, whatever. Who the fuck am I gonna tell? My right hand? I don't know. But either way, her friend, she's my age. She's 23. I think she's lying about that too. I mean, I'll find out. Like, I can find out anything. I got fucking time on my hands. I can find out how old she really is if I really wanted to. Because I already found out her real name. But, yeah, she was there before the Dominican one, and, you know, she gave me like a long ass lap dance and all this shit. And, she wanted me to buy her fucking, chicken fingers. And I'm like, dude, I don't know, it's just like stupid. She's like, can you give me $20 so I can DoorDash chicken fingers here? I'm like, you don't need that fucking slop shit. Then like one of the fanny pack girls came over and she was like, she's starving, look how skinny she is. I'm like, no, she's not. I kind of feel bad for saying that, but it just slipped out of my mouth because she's not, you know, but she's not like obese, you know what I mean? She's just, I don't know, I think she went under the knife because like her ass is so big that like if she sat on my fucking head it would explode, like it, and her lips seem like she has like injections in them. I don't know, she's not bad looking at all. Like I think she's really, really hot. I wish I you know, had that one instead, but nah, it is what it is. And she's like actually normal to talk to. But yeah, I don't know, I've been slipping up so bad, you know, just going to strip clubs and shit too much. And I even told the kid yesterday, I'm like, you know, we gotta do something productive, man. Like we gotta stop going here. And he agreed. He's like, yeah. With that being said, we're probably gonna go Friday and then that's it. But either way. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's another thing tonight. He told me, he's like, he's going to be with his band. He wants me to show up and play drums, which I absolutely fucking blow cock at drums. So, I mean, I haven't played in years. So hopefully that will turn out okay. I don't know. But I don't know what the fuck. It's like whenever I start drinking, like I say the most like stupid, outrageous shit. Like the peak jester maxing was just, I mean, God, like off the charts. Personality doesn't mean shit, by the way. It really doesn't. Like, being funny, it actually does not matter. The amount of times, I don't know if they're, like, laughing out of, like, because people laugh, like, you gotta understand, like, people laugh for various reasons. You know, every emotion, like, there could always be, like, an alternative emotion behind it, if that makes sense. And I'm telling you, like, this fucking girl, man, like, everything I would say, she would just, like, fucking laugh her ass off. She's like, oh, you're so funny, you're so funny. Yeah, whatever. I remember she thought the average dick size was 7 inches. I was like, I forgot how we were talking, but she was giving me a lap dance and that came up and, you know, I told her that, you know, the average, like, what do you think it is? And she goes like, oh, 7 inches. I'm like, yep, I'm fucked. But I don't know. I was just like talking to her about the most stupid shit. It's brutal too because like they both know I'm a virgin, right? And like it's, oh my god, I slip, like I don't know what the fuck. I literally talk exactly how I do in my videos, like to these women, like identical, probably even worse. And it's just I don't know, it's just peak jester maxing. And I even thought about it, you know, like getting really drunk and like taking one of them or both of them and, you know, going to the car and just live streaming it, just fucking jester maxing my ass off. I think that would be absolutely fucking hilarious. That would be the funniest shit in the world to me.